Atheism makes people evil. How can I prove that? It's easy. Read what atheists write. A very interesting thing I saw on YouTube is that religious people and atheists, they speak to each other very, very differently. An atheist is analogous to a bully, while the religionist is analogous to the victim of the bullying. That's something you see in almost 100% of the discussions between an atheist and a theist, is that the approach the theist does is that he wants, to save the atheist. He wants, the atheist to have a life of love and a better life and a life of happiness, where there is not, the pessimistic nature of the atheist and, love and peace and all that. That's, the gospel of the theist. While the atheist, he is in the completely different, end of the spectrum. He loves to ridicule the theist, does everything he can to belittle the theist, to make the theist look stupid, to caricature the theist and bully him or her. And you see this every time there is a discussion, there is a bully and the victim, and the atheist is almost always the bully. That's something to take into account. Why does the atheist become a bully? Yeah, that's something to consider. Maybe it has something to do with him choosing the evil side of the universe. The dark forces. Another interesting thing to watch is how a theist compared to an atheist describe nature. The theist thinks that nature is God's beautiful creation, creation created by, the idea of everything having a purpose. Purpose is, the golden rule of the natural universe. The beauty and spectacle that is creation. The beautiful flowers and all that complexity that marvels and just astonishes us human beings. The atheist has a very different perspective. A perspective that is very analogous to the atmosphere of hell, to put it quite bluntly. The atheist loves to point out the ugly, the bad, the sad, the gloom and doom, the disgusting and the failed and the degenerate. This is very fascinating because I personally belong to a very complicated religion, but I do respect, people who have a simple religion like fundamentalist Christianity, because fundamental Christians, they believe that there is a heaven and a hell, and when you take into account how theists behave, they behave as is heaven is the ultimate goal, heaven is the ideal of everything, a bed of roses, jumping around the clouds, smiling happy every day, playing the harp. That's the idealization of the theist. The atheist, he is the way an atheist behaves, the way an atheist describes the universe is very satanic. It's almost identical to, the horror movies, to, the ancient, descriptions of hell. The atheist describes the natural universe as people describe hell. It's just extreme how it's fascinating how people choose these two different sides. And there are not many people in the middle ground who are theistically idealistic, but pushing for the natural way of viewing, the natural creation with a tinge of idealism there too.